It's been a hot minute since I have done a card opening video. I think what Whispers in the Well, which was like 2 months ago. That was the last video I posted, the Lorcana one, and then, the holidays happened and I didn't really do the Avatar release. But now we are into 2026 and we have Lorwyn Eclipsed. So I wanted to get back into the swing of things. This is our first in-universe Magic set of the year. One of three. We've got Return to Strixhaven and then Reality Fracture later in the year. And it's the first in-universe set we've had since Edge of Eternities. Because, we had Spider-Man and Last Airbender as our final two sets of 2025. But anyway, so this is another set that is a return to a plane that we have visited before, Lorwyn, which we first visited in 2007, almost 20 years ago. And it is fun that we are going back here to Lorwyn and also Shadowmoor, which is the dark part of Lorwyn. For those unfamiliar with the Lorwyn realm, it is heavily inspired by Celtic mythology and folklore, and it is two distinct lands. There's a light and a dark side. So we have Lorwyn and Shadowmoor, and they are the light and dark sides of this plane. So we do have some different treatments in this set. 283 cards in this set, which makes it very it's a standard legal tentpole set. So of the treatments in the regular boosters, we have the special guests, which there are a stunning 20 special guests in this set, which is like double what we normally get. Usually we get around 10. The artwork for these is done in a beautiful, beautiful woodcut pattern. For the borderless cards in the set itself, we do have a couple different treatments. We have one that is newer cards by artists from the original Lorwyn block. So they are updated artworks done by artists who worked on the original set, which is pretty cool. We have also the Fable frame cards, which have, of course, playing into the Celtic mythology and folklore. They have this beautiful, beautiful framing element to them that is just, it's just really fun. And then they also have a very kind of classic storybook look to them, which is very fun. We have, because it is Lorwyn and Shadowmoor, we do have two full sets of lands, the basic full art lands. We have a Lorwyn and we have a Shadowmoor version of each of those. We also have reversible shock lands. So there are I believe it's five shock lands that they reprinted in this set. And the fun part about these is they have a Lorwyn and a Shadowmoor version, so they are reversible cards of the lands, and they are very, very neat looking. I hope that we will maybe get to see some of those. And then as far as, of course, the collector's boosters, which we won't be opening any of today, but we do have the Japanese showcase cards making an appearance again with the fracture foils, and the headliner, which is just honestly a stunning card. The headliner serialized has a double rainbow foil for this, and it looks just absolutely amazing. But those are only available in the collector boosters, so we will not be seeing any of those today, unfortunately. I believe that is everything as far as the nuts and bolts of this set. So let's get into the actual bundle here now. All right, so as I said, we have Lorwyn Eclipsed. This is the artwork on our bundle. Very playing into the very storybook kind of look this entire set kind of has. And in this realm, we have so many different creature types that are returning from the original. We have Kithkin, Boggarts, Elementals, Giants, changelings, tree folk, a couple scarecrow, not enough scarecrow, but they're in there. Merfolk are also in this set, so we have a wide range of creature types in this, along of course with some fairies. And okay, so here we go with our bundle. This looks like pretty standard as far as our in-universe. 5 traditional foil and 5 regular full art lands. These are the Lorwyn basic lands, not the Shadowmoor ones. There are, as I said, there are 10 full art basic lands in this set in total, because we have the 5 Lorwyn and the 5 Shadowmoor. So hopefully we'll be able to collect the 5 full art Shadowmoor. Usually why I get the bundle is because they tend to include all of the full art lands. It is a little disappointing that we don't have the other ones in here, but so yes, so we have the basic lands for Lorwyn. We have our oversized life counter. We have 9 booster packs, our 10 traditional and 10 regular basic lands, 2 reference cards, our Eclipsed card box, and then alt art traditional foil kin binding card as our promo card for this. So let's open her up. We'll get to you in a second. So here is our insert artwork for the bundle. Very pretty. So here we have the different types of products available in this set. We have the play boosters, collector boosters, draft night. This is a pick 2 draft for 4 players. That is a set that they did for, did they do one of these for Avatar too? I don't know. I think they're doing one for Turtles. So this is a kind of thing that they're doing to promote drafting. And from what I heard, these are actually, a lot of them have been delayed during pre-release. So not sure when we'll see those popping up. We have 2 commander decks and we have theme decks returning. So these are standard 60 card decks that are pre-built. So we have not really seen a lot of these except for in the starter kits that they sometimes do. Usually we see the commander decks instead of the theme decks, but we have both in this set, which is kind of nice, especially for people like me who play 60 cards. So here's our box. Has the same artwork as the outside packaging. We've got our magic symbol with the changeling face, if it'll focus. Here, come on. Come on. Focus on the face. So there's our magic symbol, that is the changeling face. Very, very cute. And then we have the same, is it the same? Yeah, we have the same artwork on the back. And there's our little, come on. There's our little changeling dude again. So this, as I said, is it's just a card box for you to keep cards in. Inside, we have our standard cardboard inserts here. These are just punch out elements that they include in the bundles. This is a card divider. We have some status counters. There's our little dude again, and then more status counters, and this is our other card divider, both changelings that are featured in this set, so that's fun. I just knocked my mic. Hopefully that wasn't super loud for everybody. Okay, so inside the bundle we have lots of goodies. So first off, we have our oversized spin down counter. This is our life counter. Boy, is this a pretty one. So we have our set symbol, and then we of course have our numbers to count down. Even the stylization on the numbers on these are cool. But yeah, this is a really pretty one. I collect these, have for a while. I always think it's neat to get these, and I have them all in one place. But yeah, the color on this and just the overall effect, very, very, very pretty. I like that one a lot. So, all right. So in here we should have, okay, this is going to be our non-foil lands, I believe. Okay, yes, so here we go. So this is our full art Lorwyn lands. As I said, these are the bright and happy sunny ones, not the dark shadowy shadow more ones. So very pretty. The artwork in this set is stunning. Here are our regular basic lands. So we get 2 of each, and then our instruction cards, which we can just toss those. We don't need those. All right, then we have, this will be our foils. First up here, we have, this will be our promo card. As you can see on the bottom here, we have our bundle promo. So this is an alt art version of Kin Binding that is only available in the bundle. So these are our, oh, they look pretty in the foil, because of course they do. So here are our full art Lorwyn lands in the foil. Absolutely stunning. So pretty. I love this forest so much. And then there are regular basic lands. Mountain's pretty. Again, the forests. I'm a black-green player, so of course the forests are always something I like to look at. So then we have 9 play booster packs. So this is our artwork for the set for our play boosters. Magic, unlike a lot of TCGs, they only have like 1 feature art per booster. So the play boosters look like this. The collector boosters have a different look to them. So, all right, let's tear in here. Starting with our commons. So there we go, black. So yeah, the artwork on these, as I said, is absolutely stunning. There's Evolving Wilds, common land. So heading into, there's, okay, well there's Flaring Cinder. That should be the last of our, yes, okay, so here we go, heading into our uncommons. So very cool. As I said, giants heavily featured in this set. There's our first rare. Ooh, is a creature elf cleric, Twilight Diviner. Beautiful card. Black card, we love to see that. And our first foil is Feed the Flames, which is a common. We have, oh, hey, there we go. Okay, so this would be one of the Shadowmoor full art lands. As you can see, very different, much darker than our plains. There's our plains, Lorwyn, Shadowmoor. Quite a contrast. So that's cool. Like I said, since I not guaranteed to get the Shadowmoor full arts in either version in the bundle, I'm glad to have that. So pretty. And then, okay, our first token is the Kithkin and Elf. So, all right. Wait a minute. They've returned to, I was wrong. I apologize. Okay, they've returned to doing multiple artworks on the packs. Look at that. Okay, so I heard they were doing that this year. So we now have 3 different artworks on our play boosters, all of which are gorgeous. That's fun. So I misspoke. I'm an idiot. Yes, we do have different artwork. That's really cool. So here we go. As I said, you can see this set very heavily inspired by Fae and elves. I forgot to show you down here. ECL is our code for the set. Here is our set symbol that was on the spin down counter. So So, oh yes, there we go. So I did look at the previews for these, but I did not get super into them. So some of these cards might be kind of new for me. So if I pause on something, it's probably because I haven't seen it before. That is gorgeous. I love that artwork. So here we go, is our Changeling Shapeshifter. This is the artwork that was on the card divider. So changelings, as I said, featured very heavily in this set and are a fun and terrifying creature card because they can be every creature type, but they are very adorable too. So here we go. There's Stoic Grove Guide. No, not goat napping. Poor goat. Okay, Moonlight Mentor. Here's our tree folk. So I said about boggarts being heavily featured. Boggarts are a kind of goblin. And our elemental. Okay, so I remember seeing this one in the previews because look at the artwork on that guy. A lot of the elementals are, as they should be, terrifying and just very, very cool. So, oh yes. Okay, so this was one of the cards that was pretty early on previewed that I was really hoping I'd get. I am a, as I said, black-green player. So we have our High Perfect Morkent, Elf Noble. She is beautiful and I love her. I will be building a black-green elf deck and was really hoping to get her. So there's that one. We have a Merfolk Cleric common for our foil, and a Swamp for our land, and a Kithkin Treasure token. Here we go, Acquainted Defenses, Shore Lurker, Evolving Wild again, Flaring Cinder. Got a special card coming up here I can see in the, I'm not sure if you can see it, but I can see. So, Dose of Dawngllow. There's our Oko, of course, who decided to settle in Shadowmoor after the debacle that was Thunder Junction. So here's our Prisma Basher, big green stompy thing. Makes me happy. Gathering Stone Artifact. And, oh, okay, so this is one of the Fable Frame cards that I was talking about. Doran Besieged by Time, and as you can see it has this really neat border on it, and we have this kind of storybook artwork to it, which is very cool. And he is a rare too, so that's fun. Treefolk Druid. Oh, we have a foil mirror form. Mythic. As our second rare, which is fun. Very pretty. Very pretty. I like that card a lot. And even though I don't play blue. And okay, so here's our Shadowmoor non-foil full art island. And Merfolk Shapeshifter. So here's our Blighted Blackthorn again. Unexpected Assistance. I just really like the artwork on that one for some reason. Temporal Cleansing. Oh, Dragon. Okay, Giant. Before. So this is an uncommon Fable Frame card. Boggart Curse Crafter. Wow, these names, man, they're gonna do me in. So Omni Changeling. Oh, that's an interesting one. Ah, okay, so here we go. This is Brigid, Klaken's Heart, and when she transforms, we've got Brigid Dawn's Mind. I'm guessing that's how you say that. So she was one of the cards that was featured pretty heavily in the artwork, especially early on. We have a Timid Shield Bearer for our foil, and an island, and oh goodness, that is quite the goblin. And Tree Folk, both of those are quite interesting cards. That was way more of a struggle than it should have been. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Come on, focus. Focus for me. Focus for me. There we go. Okay. So we've got our green informant elf scout here. Berserker. There's our temporal closing. There's our dragon again. Got a feisty spikeling changeling. Rooftop percher. Shapeshifter changeling. Very cute. I like the artwork for these. Look at a little kitty! It's a cat. I swear it's a cat. Okay. If you've watched me for any amount of time, you know that anytime I see a cat, when I notice a cat on a card, I'm going to freak out. So that's just maybe and me. Okay, so Blossoming Defense. That one's interesting. Voracious Tomb Skimmer. So this is Explosive Prodigy. And, oh, hey, there's Mirror Form. There's our regular non-foil version. So, as I said before, Mythic. So that's cool. We've got, ooh, Mist Meadow Council for our foil. Neat, neat, maybe. Okay. Full art Lorwyn Plain. And then, oh, hey, look at that little, just toss that. I didn't realize that we were going to have those in this set. That's fine. Those are basically proxy cards for the double-sided cards when you play. I honestly don't know of anyone that uses them. Maybe people do. I don't know. I Bartleby it. Can Guildweaver? All right, this was the feature artwork for the set. This was the first artwork that they showed. The Dawnhand Eulogist Elf Warlock, which is absolutely stunning. Unraveling. River Guard's Reflexes. Ooh, an elemental bird. What could go wrong? Reluctant Doonguard. There's our Changeling Wayfinder again. Stoic Grove Guide. Sourbread Auntie. She looks lovely. Burned Stoneback. Luminal Lusk. Luminal Lusk. I think. Maybe is how you say that. It's an elemental. As I said, all of the artwork on the elementals is amazing and slightly terrifying. Okay, so we've got Selfless Safe-Right for our rare. And, oh goodness, so speaking of the elementals being creepy looking, what is that? Oh my word. Okay, so we've got a Shimmer Creep elemental foil. Horrifying, absolutely horrifying. And then a foil basic mountain and an elf treasure token. Gotta give me nightmares. Okay, so 3 packs left, 3 different artworks. I am way too excited that there's different artworks on the packs. I can't explain it, and that's just, I don't know what to say. Okay, so final 3. Is that a frog? It's a frog, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh dear, I don't know where that went. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. All right, so we've got a giant. There's our Dawnhand Eulogist again. Wild Unraveling. That looks unpleasant. Surly Farrier. Prideful Feastling. Shapeshifter Changeling. Soulbright Seeker. Pitiless Fist. Interesting. Wanderbrine Trapper. Merfolk. Thirst for Identity. Blue card. We've got Glen Elundra. Guardian. Fairy Wizard. For our rare. A Creekwood Safe-Right. For our foil. And it's a very slippery foil. There's a Forest and a Kithkin Elf. All right, so no special guest yet. We have seen the Fable framed, so, and it looks like we have something here too, if you can see that. So I'm not looking ahead. It's fine. I'm totally focused on the front card. I'm not wondering what that one is back there. Okay, 10 Sprigs. Gristle Glutton. There's our Boggart Prankster. I don't know what he's doing to that frog, and I don't want to know. Summit Sentinel. Timid Shield Bearer. Look at his face. Poor guy. Crossroads Watcher. There's our Prideful Feastling again. Kind of makes me wish I had a black-white deck again. Rooftop Percher again. Kitty. And okay, so here's the Fable framed Eclipsed Boggart. I love these. These are so fun. So pretty. And Eclipsed Marrow, Merfolk Scout. It's a sizzling changeling. He's on fire. He's cute though. We've got Grub's Command. This is a kindred sorcery. That's interesting. Rare. Sorry, I'm reading what this is. Interesting. Okay. And we've got a Gold Meadow Nomad. We have a Lorwyn Full Art Mountain, which I'm just now noticing. Look at the detail in these. I mean, I noticed the details before, but I'm noticing more details as we go. So, ooh, that's pretty. Elk slash, oh yes, emblem. We've got our Oko emblem. Finally, with our beautiful, I'm assuming she's either an elf or a Kithkin on there. Oh, interesting fae. So we've got Cinder Strike, Barbed Bloodletter. I remember this one from the previews. Reluctant Guard, Tend the Sprigs. There's our Glutton again. Oh goodness. Chitinous Graspling. Changeling. It's a lot going on in that artwork. Encumbered Regery? Sure. It's Merfolk. Illusion Spinners. Gnarlback Elm Treefolk. Ooh, okay. So for our rare, we have Champion of the Weird. Amazing name. And he is a Goblin Berserker. We have a mythic as well in Aurora Awakener, who is a giant druid. Big green stompy things make me happy. So that is very cool. Here's our Vile Boggart. Say that 5 times fast. For our foil, we got a regular island and a Goblin Fairy token. All right, so that is it for our bundle. Very fun. This set is looking really good so far. I think it's a fun return to the Lorwyn plane. I do wish they had maybe had 2 sets so that we could have had like a full Lorwyn and a full Shadowmoor like when they did the blocks, but you know, what are you gonna do? So we're in pre-release through the 23rd, which then will be the wide release when you can find it in big box stores instead of just LGS and hobby shops. So yeah, so this is a fun set so far. Looking forward to opening more. I hope that you guys are also enjoying this set. It's nice to have an in-universe set to open again. Even though I do love a lot of the universes beyond, it is still nice to have in-universe stuff, and especially whenever it's done well. I really appreciate the artwork and the thought processes, the lore building and stuff that have gone into this set. I am very much digging. I like it a lot. I think that's going to be it for this one, but I do have a booster box that I'll be opening as well. And then I have some other fun Magic stuff to open for the rest of January. So that is it for this one, and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today and opening some cards, and I hope that I will see you in the next one. Thanks.